The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Yellow Jackets about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Buffaloes offense will take the field first. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense, and he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Bolitnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
Back to throw, it's Salter. Makes the grab, it's Miller. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Atkins. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Buffaloes are flying down the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Pulls it in. It's Hayden. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. Grabbed behind the line. It's Atkins. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Split backs here. The give to the tailback. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Back to pass, it's King. Gets it out quickly. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Haynes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Looking for a crease, it's Haynes. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He breaks a tackle. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds his tight end. Turning it on. Oh, they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Kane. Using the quick game. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Yellow Jackets have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Quick strike through the air for the score. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. And the Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking for space. It's Haynes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to him.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference. Defense.
They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Third down coming up.
Wants to throw. It's Salter. Looking to the big tight end. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Going right to work up top. The sure hands, it's Rivers.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Running to Green. Sweet cut there. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
7, Colorado, 0.
Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got him this time. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To throw, it's King. He's got it. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Gonna look downfield again. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
That's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You got an extra DB. You got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with a pick.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Snagged in the middle, it's Miller. Finds a seam. He's at the 30. Inside the touchdown, Colorado. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Wake Forest put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Deacs had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete...
There he goes! Past the 50, the 30, the 20. He's at... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown! quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking to throw, it's Salter. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Finds space on the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. Guys, let's look big picture in Colorado. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
From the gun, the ground game. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a heat. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Between the uprights, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To the air, it's King. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Trying to set up the screen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Makes the catch. It's Rivers. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air. It's King. That's caught. It's Hosley. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The play action fake. Lets it fly. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed in the middle, it's Miller. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. And the Buffaloes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Looking for a huge play. Brings it down on the right side. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Looking for the goal line. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Leaves it with the running back. Runs through a tackle. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's King. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Rutherford. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to throw. Time running short in the half. Finds the tight end. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quickly to the tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
The Buffaloes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Fires left. It's caught. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Yellow Jackets want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Off play action. Going for the big play. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. Handoff from the shotgun. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking downfield, it's King. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The give. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They take the lead with the 6.
Down in tight to the goal line, you saw some good movement up front by the offensive line, getting a push and giving that running back a chance.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Western Michigan was far from the friendly confines of Kalamazoo, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean.
Got a man. It's Miller.
Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Grab behind the line. It's Welsh. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. And the Buffaloes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Plows through the defense. And he's wrestled to the ground. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Looking to pass. It's Salter. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man in the middle. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Hosley. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll pull it down. Got the first down. Breaks into the open. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. Buys a little rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Buffaloes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Pressure coming. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The punt team makes its way onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Quarterback on the keeper. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. He's got his man across the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw, it's King. Got his man in the middle. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Rivers. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down. Give to the back. Turning it on. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Looking to throw. And the pressure gets to the quarterback. Down he goes, but that penalty marker sitting right at the line of scrimmage might be offsides against the defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hosley. Looking for the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. He'll pull it on the read. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Back to throw, it's King. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Fitted in the window for the score.
Georgia Tech.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Complete to the right. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Welch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Second down coming up.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Back to throw, it's King. Got it in the middle, it's Rivers. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Makes the catch. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Catch in the middle, it's Rivers. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. App State came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Boone had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. grabbed over the middle. It's Miller. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Pocket breaking down. The screen. He's got wheels.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against a defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Scanning the field, it's Salter. Makes the grab. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Tight end now in motion. Tries to get it on the ground. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. To the air on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
And the Buffaloes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gonna sling it on second down. Shoots it to the left. That's caught. It's Miller. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business.
Good enough for first down.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. From the gun, give on the inside. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Just a short pass to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Punt is in the air. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking downfield, it's Salter. Catch in the middle, it's Welsh. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Find some fresh air. on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Grab near the marker is Miller. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. The short hands, it's Miller. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Welch. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Buffaloes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Under fire. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Looking for a man. It's Salter. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
First down for the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. So the pass interference in the end zone will give them a free 15. Remember the difference in this rule and the pros. Ball is not placed at the 1-yard line in this situation. Hit as he throws. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
A disappointing start to this season as they open 0-1.
Tough way to start, but you see it so many times throughout a season. People start slow, figure out who they are, get better as the season goes on, and your dream's still very much ahead of you.
And the sky's not falling right now. You're just 0-1. There's no need to panic. You don't have to try and reinvent the wheel. What you got to do is go back. You got to watch the film. You got to be honest with yourselves. Where could you have made better plays? You got to limit the penalties. You got to limit mistakes. This team is talented. They've still got a lot to play for. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out next week.
That's going to do it from here. For David